We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go through the rain here in Jacksonville. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw right away. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he will score. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. This time it's the veteran Eric Armstead on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 26-yard line.
from the 26-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
Kill. Yeah!
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Here's third and 7.
Yeah, here we go!
To throw is Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle out.
And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Jacksonville.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
11. Here we go, son.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Go.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Hey, Lion. Sink. This side. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be marked. Down up around the 33. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Putting the tight end in motion. Gonna throw it here on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second base.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 52.
Quick throw on the RPO, it's Hill. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First grab of the game for Tyreek, and he's got a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
In motion, Lamb. Dak facing third and long. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and walk back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
They're on the 10-yard line.
All right, let's go. Take right open. Open. Inside. 13, Lou.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Accelerating toward midfield. Gets to the edge at the 30. And And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalposts. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Prescott on first down. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second
From 29. Here's second and a couple. Pistol now for Prescott. Run comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and 7.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go.
Man in motion is Smith. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 17-0, the early score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
18, right here.
Hill brought in motion. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At the 41-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Rip, 20.
Throwing is Lawrence. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Craig Palmer. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too. but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, yeah. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
The drive will start on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Right there. They were going to 53. 26.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jaguars. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Cam Little on the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Take over 1st and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. You know, it's hard to speculate, like we sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He'll throw again. Dak. complete to Devontae Turpin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, 46, 48. Yeah, pretty good. Here we go, 10. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. 26.
Prescott again. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air again, Prescott. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout.
Fred on reload.
Lawrence going to give it to Tinton. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
nowhere to go. He is taken down.
and now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Run out of the gun, and it's Tootin. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all of that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
It is third and long.
11, Haggett. Hey, Soko, hot. Here we go, sir.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he'll take this one in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown.
go. 26.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. First down, Prescott. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
47. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will get just a bit closer.
37. Cowboys 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? Lisa 24. Hey, tomato.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Everybody. Wide in. 26.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Cutting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah. Here we go. Going to 54. Go. 180. Here we go. Going to 54. 180.
Here's a toss, right side. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain there of 20. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
Here's a toss as they look to run, and this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and a long way to go.
47. Yeah. Here we go. 46. Here we go. 40. 48. 46.
Dak to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by Fff Rb And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Second down, Lawrence. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Jacksonville.
All right, let's go. Take right open. Hey, the entrance.
Here's Lawrence. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Red on red. Hey, Soko. 11, 11. 11, Agak.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will add one more onto their big lead.
Jaguars 44, Cowboys 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here we go, 47. Check it out, me. Here we go, kick. Yeah, baby. 47. Wide 8. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, going to 54, wide 8.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Wide 8. 46.
To throw is Dak. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big play for the Cowboys. An even 40 yards.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. He's got that complete to Turpin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Cowboys.
Yeah! Hey, 4-8. Hey, kill! 47. 26.
Again, Prescott to the air. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah! 47. Wide 8.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Jerry Jones. Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
This drive begins with a run by Chutin. Up the sideline, past the 30. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go back to Chutin. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
This one complete to Palmer. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Turn, this is hot! Bring it! Here goes the hot.
4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On the set!
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go! Block.
Now, this looks like a design run.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard.
On red. On this red.
They look to pick it up with Chutin. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
All right, let's go.
They'll run with Johnson. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get boy sack down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let them pull the back down. I'm on the road doing shows through my back down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chattown. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the black day yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah, what up, something about the hood and this. I got rich and still in a hood to quit. You rapping about I'm moving the bridge. Talk about now we're doing it.
Now, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, here we go.
Chutin. And he'll He'll get about halfway there. It's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal.
Red on red. Hey, Tip, son, this side's hot. Silk.
Trying to punch it in with Tootin. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The kickoff for the Jaguars.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. On the run to the right. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Going to 54. Going to 54. Going to 54. Why? Hey, 47. Everybody, kill. 26.
On the play fake, Dak. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong part of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Bring it. Here we go.
There's a give running left, and here comes Tootin. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. tracked down behind the line.
Back at the 27.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hey, Lion. So it's
Right back to Tinton. And this is a slight improvement over the previous plays. They didn't lose yardage, but it's not gaining any either. It's third down.
A loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
hey, go. It's hot.
On third down, it's a run with Tinton. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On red.
Second and 11.
Hey, Soko, it's hot.
So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. We're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.